Hey guys, welcome to a Weights and Stuff installment of How to Make a Training Program. Now, the programming side of this isn't the most interesting, and I would say it's probably the most boring and tedious part of training and strength and conditioning. So we're going to try to make this as interesting as possible. When starting to build a program, you want to figure out what the foundation for that program is going to be. That can either be endurance, that can be hypertrophy, strength, speed, agility, whatever you want to do. Whatever the main purpose of the program is going to be, that is going to be the foundation of your program. And that is going to be what everything builds off of. So I'm going to go over an example program with you guys. This is a program that I'm currently on, and it's an 8-week program, and I'll be able to give you guys a little bit more detail on what I'm exactly doing and how I set up the program by doing this. So let's get into the start of it. Creating the foundation of the program. What is this program going to be centered around? Now, the foundation for this program is going to be to get stronger and to get potentially bigger, so a little bit of hypertrophy. And there's going to be 3 main lifts that I'm focusing this whole program around of. And those are going to be the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. This is going to be an 8-week cycle. So technically a mesocycle, I guess you could say. Now there's 3 kinds of cycles. There's a macro cycle, there's a mesocycle, and there's a microcycle. A macro cycle can be anywhere for the long term. So that is from the beginning of your training, ending with an event or a competition. A mesocycle is a shorter block of time, and a microcycle is a couple days. It can be a week, or it can be up to 2 weeks, depending on what a full microcycle is for you. For me, a microcycle is going to be 1 week, and a mesocycle is going to be 8. Now the next step is going to be setting up the microcycle or the week. And this is going to vary depending on your schedule. So for me, Mondays aren't a great day, so I'm going to try to take my rest day on a Monday. Now my microcycle is going to consist of 4 training days, 2 recovery days, and 1 rest day, or my day off. And that's going to be that Monday. Now here we have the template for the training week. Now Monday is going to be our off day. And then Sunday, Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursday are going to be our training days. And those are going to consist of a max effort lower day, a max effort upper day, a dynamic lower day, and a volume upper day. So here we have our main lifts for the week. Max effort lower, max effort upper, dynamic lower, volume upper. Now the max effort work is going to be the heavier, lower rep schemes for the week, and those are going to be the heavier weights. So working on strength here, and the dynamic lower and volume upper, that's going to give me a little bit more volume, a little bit of bar speed here, a little bit of volume work for the upper body, trying to get some hypertrophy these 2 days, working on technique stuff, and just getting the lifts dialed in. And these last 2 days here are going to be recovery days. Now these are days that I can use for whatever I need to get done, whether that's a little bit more volume work on an area that I think is lagging, take back a little bit of volume, do more soft tissue work, basically whatever I need to do. This gives me a little bit more flexibility in my program. So for some reason I couldn't do Tuesday, I can move Tuesday to this recovery day and get rid of this recovery day altogether. Some other things that I focus on these days are some sled drags and prowler pushes. Now that we have this over here, we need to break down the day, the training day. And that's going to consist of a main lift, a supplemental lift, and accessories. The main lift is going to be the main builder, which is going to be one of the squat, bench, or deadlift. And that's going to be a variation of that. A supplemental lift is going to be something that directly associates itself with the main lift. And the accessory lift is going to be little things that can be muscle stabilizers, that can be exercises for muscle endurance, that could be hypertrophy work, dumbbells, body weight, any variety of things, but they all work towards increasing one of those main lifts, the squat, the bench, or the deadlift. So here we have our main training day, and this is made up of 3 components, being the main lift, the supplemental lift, and the accessory lifts. The main lift is going to be a bench, squat, or deadlift variation. The supplemental lift is something very close to the main lift variation. This can be a board press from foam or a different bar, anything that is almost the same movement as the main lift. And the accessory lifts are going to be anything that assists building these 2 lifts. So now that we have the main template for the day written out, I'll go over the main lift and the supplemental lifts with you guys, and I'll break that down by week. So we'll go over 8 weeks, and we'll go through progression of set and rep schemes throughout those 8 weeks. Here is the main lift and supplemental lift template. So you can see here for the main lift, MEL is max effort lower. The main lift is going to be a buffalo bar box squat versus bands, or a sumo deadlift depending on the week. I'll alternate that every other week. So I'll go squat, deadlift, squat, deadlift, squat, deadlift, squat, deadlift for my max effort work that week. The supplemental lift is just going to be the same thing, but for sets of 5 reps. For the max effort upper, which is MEU, the main lift is going to be a barbell bench versus chains, and the supplemental lift is going to be a dumbbell bench on an incline. The dynamic effort lower, the DEL here, is going to be, again, a buffalo bar speed box squat versus bands. So we're just working on bar velocity here. And sumo speed pulls. So I'm doing both the squat and the deadlift in the same day. So for the volume upper day, I'm going to do the barbell bench versus chains again. And for the supplemental lift, I'm going to do incline. But the set and rep variations are going to be different than the main lift for the max effort upper day. Here we have the whole 8-week block filled in. So here you can see the squat and deadlift days are alternating and what I'm doing for each of those days. So for the squat days, I'm going 5 sets of 2 against bands, and as I go throughout the 8 weeks, the band resistance is slowly going to get less and less and taper off, eventually squatting 5 sets of 2 with no band tension. The deadlifts, however, are going to be just straight weight, no chain or band resistance, and those are going to go from 5 rep, 3 rep, 2 rep to a 1 rep max at week 8. Now the supplemental lift right here afterwards is going to be 3 sets of 5 against whatever the band tension was for the squat day, and 3 sets of 5 for weeks 2 and 4, and 4 sets of 5 on week 6 here for deadlifts. And then I just decided not to put that in there for week 8. Gonna get a little bit of recovery there, getting ready for the next heavy upper day for the bench. So you can see here that I'm doing 5 sets of 2 every week for bench, with gradually decreasing chain weight up until it's just the bar and the plates. And then I'm going to repeat the cycle for the last half of the 8-week block. And then for the supplemental lift, it's going to be 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps following the main lift for all 8 weeks. For the dynamic effort lower days with the buffalo bar, it's going to be against band tension again, gradually decreasing up until it's just the bar and the plates, and we're going to repeat that cycle for the second half after the first half. And for the speed pulls following the squats on the dynamic effort lower day, I'm going to do 5 sets of 2 followed by 5 sets of 1. And these are going to have short rest breaks in between them, so anywhere from 20 to 45 seconds. Now for the volume upper days, I'm going to be doing 5 sets of 6 to 10 reps versus the chains or against the chains, gradually decreasing the chain weight over the 4-week period here till it's just the bar and the plates, and then I'm going to repeat that cycle again. Following the main lift, I'm going to have 3 sets of 25 dumbbell bench on an incline for all 8 weeks. And that's it. That's it for the main and supplemental lifts. The finished product is going to look something like this. So here I have it in a digital format for every day of the week, going down the left side, and all the main and supplemental lifts followed by the accessory lifts under those for the whole 2-month or 8-week block. So as you saw there, after I get everything down on paper, I put it in digital format. That's the way it's just easier for me to carry around and have with me. I have the accessory lifts put in under there, under the supplemental lifts. Those are exercises that I think are going to work best for me to help increase these big 3 lifts back here. And if you're interested in seeing how the program goes, you can follow me on Instagram. I post all the lifts that I do daily up there. So you can follow along as I go through the program. You can also follow me and subscribe on YouTube. I'm going to try and put out a few more vlogs every now and again. If you're interested in any more of the content that I'm putting up, you can follow the blog, Twitter, and webpage. I'll put that in a link below. And if you have any questions, comment below as well. And if you want to help me out, subscribe to the channel, comment, and like. Until next time, guys. The squat, the bench, and the deadlift. One-eyed pug.